Hello everyone, this is a demonstration video of Moisture Analyzer. I will tell the basic principle and will demonstrate the instrument with a small experiment for a better understanding. As we can say that water is a pervasive liquid and therefore it has a peculiar ability to stick to most of the material. They can stick to the outer surface, which is usually referred as a free moisture. At the same time, they can also entrapped in the internal structures of most of the materials and are in this case termed as bound moisture. Moisture analyzer helps in analyzing the free and bound moisture of different samples. This analysis of moisture is based upon the principle of loss upon drying. The loss upon drying which we are talking about, this loss is usually measured in terms of weight. Loss upon drying can occur through a three-step process. It starts with when a small amount of sample is taken and weighed, which is then heated to drive off all the moisture. After this, the sample are usually weighed again, and finally the difference in the weight is calculated. The drying is usually done through infrared or halogen heaters. Halogen heaters are most prevalent due to their ability to determine moisture content of most of the substance and their faster activity. We will now look at the instrumental demonstration of moisture analyzer.
Now, let's start with experimental demonstration of moisture analyzer. The moisture analyzer that we are going to give a demonstration of is of Vensar. As already discussed in the tutorial video, that moisture analyzer is typically used to calculate the bound as well as a free moisture, and most of the industrial applications, especially in the food industry, the calculation of moisture analyzer is essential, as if a particular food product contain a large amount of moisture, then there's always a chance of bacterial contamination. On the other hand, a lower amount of moisture content may result into the dryness of food product. So let's start with looking at the instrument of moisture analyzer. So the instrument typically is made up of a weighing balance and an heating element. So if you see like every weighing balance, there's a balance option in the instrument at the back side of the instrument, and this can be balanced by the screw which is being placed at the bottom of the instrument. Our instrument right now is properly balanced, and therefore we'll skip that step and we'll go directly into the analysis. So the instrument has a power switch at the back of the button. If you look inside, then there's a heating element. As we have said, it is of screw. As we have already, the instrument has a heating element which is a halogen lamp. Then we have a dust cover. We have a plate on which we place our sample, and then there's a fixer for placing the sample plate. If we look at the software or at the part of the analysis, then this contains 4 options of print, menu, tear, and start. Let's look at the menu option. If we see menu, this is the option where you set your process parameters. Let's start by looking at the calibration first. The calibration option consists of one-point calibration and multi-point calibration, which can be done in order to calibrate the weighing balance of the instrument. And for this purpose, the calibration system is already being provided by the manufacturer. So we can select either of them and do the required calibration. Since our instrument is well calibrated, we will not do this step, and we will now get into the settings parameter. Here we have a testing mode, a temperature setting, a stop mode, and a time setting. So we'll just look what is there in the testing mode. The testing mode has a standard method, fast and soft, and the choice of the testing which you want to do will totally depend upon the sample that you're using. For us, we will do a standard mode and we'll press confirm. Look at the temperature setting. Now this setting is important to set the maximum temperature that you want your sample to reach. In this, we have kept it 150. You can since the instrument can reach to 190 degree, you can just increase the temperature from here, and we'll just keep it 150 for now. Look, if we see the stop mode has a auto stop. For example, if you set the auto stop, as soon as the temperature reaches the 150 degree, the system will stop. However, we will do a timing stop, and we will confirm the timing settings from here, and we'll keep this timing as 3 minutes. In case of using some semi-solid or liquid semi-solid food material, it is always advisable to cover the plate with the foil in order for better performance. And in case of using semi-solid or any food material, it is advisable to cover the plate with aluminum foil to maintain the cleanliness of the instrument. And once this is placed, first we will do, if you see the weight here is not 0.1, is not 000, so we'll tear, like any weighing balance, we'll tear it. So now it has included the weight of the aluminum foil, and the weight now is 0.00. Now we will place the sample. For this instrument, the minimum amount of sample required is 1 gram. So if the sample is less than 1 gram, the process won't be started. We'll place the sample here, and now it will show the current weight, which is 1.700. And from here we will start the process. So if you see, the instrument halogen lamp has started working, and it will calculate the percentage moisture at the end of the cycle, and the same will be displayed on the screen. The temperature has now reached to 130 degrees Celsius, and it will go all the way to 150 degrees Celsius, which has been set as our required temperature. This temperature is based upon the amount of temperature or the amount of heat that is required to release the moisture from the sample. So this can be varied based upon your requirement, or based upon the sample that has been used for analysis of moisture. So the temperature has now reached to 150 degrees Celsius, but if you see at the time scale, it's still 2 minutes 4 seconds. So the time will now reach to 3 minutes, and the process will stop, and a final moisture percentage can be displayed on the screen. So now the time is approaching to 3 minutes, and if you see, the process has now stopped. The percentage moisture is being displayed on the screen, and if you see, the current weight, which is 1.553 gram, is also being shown here. So the initial weight of our sample was 1.7 gram. After heating, after the moisture loss, it is 1.5 553 gram. So as already said in the tutorial, the instrument is based upon the loss of weight.
We will take three type of sample. One is butter, then one is toothpaste, and one your moisturizer cream. So now let's first do with butter sample. So here I am taking some here I am placing. Okay. Now we are going to place this sample here. Okay. Now close this lid. So see, the weight is not 1 gram, so we have to give some more sample. See, now the weight is more than 1 gram. So now we can start the taking reading. Okay. So here I am clicking on start. So for all sample we have to take the data in triplicate. So what I can do is I will show you for one sample, and for rest of the two reading I will give you the data. I will not show you in this video. So I will provide you the data for the, as I mentioned earlier, that we have to take this means data in a triplicate. So this is for means once. So for rest of the two trials I will show you, I will give you the data. So you have to just take that data and you have to mention it in your record book. So you can see now it is already 2 minutes, so 1 minute left. So the process is over, and you can note down this reading 4.46 percentage of moisture. Okay. Now we will take toothpaste. Here I am taking Dabur Red toothpaste. So now let's see. So just spread this like this. Okay. So now I'm placing the sample here. Okay. Close the lid. Yeah, the weight is more than 1 gram, so we can start the test. So only 45 minutes left, 45 seconds left. So let's see. So it's over. So remove this. So you can see the reading here. The moisture content is 13.18. Our third sample, that is a moisturizer cream. So now let's take that sample. Okay. We have to spread this. Now let's see what is the weight. So we have to put more, right? So It's let's wait first. Okay. Now just so now let's start taking reading. Okay, here I'm clicking start. So the test is going on, so we can see the reading here. You can see how this the moisture content in this moisturizing cream is very high, right? Now let's see how much it's actually coming. So this is the final reading, that is the moisture content in this moisturizing cream is 17.59. okay, so these are the three samples that you have to mention in your record book. Okay, that first one we have seen, butter sample, then second one is your toothpaste, and the third one is the moisturizing cream. Okay,
Once the analysis is done, you have an option of printing the data, which can be done by connecting the USB printer, or there's a USB port in the instrument, or the data can be manually noted and can be reflected in form of the proper data set. So this is about the moisture analyzer, which is based upon a basic principle of loss of weight. I hope this video is helpful. Thank you.